Hello and welcome back to New Hope Dairy Farm. We're still in October. We're getting on just about for 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And yeah, on this very exciting day when we've had our first pregnancies, we've been doing a couple of other little things. And one of the biggest things is I've decided that we will be making TMR. And the reason why I decided that is because I'm not quite sure how we control the animal's weight at this point in time. So I'm thinking that if we feed TMR and if we run into cases where our dairy herd starts to become overweight, we will move them to a different barn and feed on just hay and, if necessary, just grass, just to try and bring their weight down. I'm not quite sure how it's going to work, but we'll see. We'll find out. We'll work it out as we go along. With regard to the beef animals, as soon as they hit their target weight, we will sell them, because that's when they should be making the most money. So let's go and show you what we've done. So the first thing we've done is I've put in a little TMR mixing station at the back here. It fits in perfectly with this mod. I've just left the interactive markers on so you can see where they come up. So obviously product in there, and I think product in there as well. So with this mod we do have to use the additive. I've forgotten what it's called now. We're going to find out right now. The mineral feed. So it's a fairly small production unit. We can only put most probably a bale and a bit in, because we've got 9,500 litre bales, so we'll have little bits of extra. So the recipe requires silage, hay, mineral feed and straw. The straw we're still going to buy in. We're going to have to start looking at maybe buying another piece of land that we can put some sort of crop on. Number one, to get straw, and number two, to bring in some income. My biggest worry with what we're doing at the moment now is it's going to be a while before we starting to get income. So we'll have to just keep an eye on that. Although it'll be interesting to see what as I understand it with this mod, the production will vary of milk will vary from animal to animal, so we might get a bit more production, or a bit more milk production from this mod. We will see. But in any case, so that's the big capital expenditure. I think that was about 36,000, 38,000. And then we had to sell our in-game baling wrapper, because we're going to wrap to make silage, because it wouldn't take the bales that we're doing. So the baler that we've got is a modded unit and slightly bigger bales, I think 9,500 litres. Wasn't the unrealistic size, but yeah, so I had to sell that and buy a modded baler. It looks exactly the same, just a different colour. Not baler, bale wrapper is what I'm trying to think of. So we did that, and we actually made a slight profit on that. It's probably a grand or two on that. So that was quite nice actually. But in any case, so we mowed a bit of the field down at the bottom, and I think we've got about 14 or 15 bales of silage. There we go. Let's just go and have a look at that and see if it's maturing. It should be. fermenting 0%. We've only just done it, so it is showing fermenting, so it will be fermenting. We can ferment that in our bale shed. I'm just hoping that the mod will take wrapped bales. It did show wrapped bales in the picture of the mod, but they were round bales, so we'll see. Otherwise, that's another problem we'll just have to deal with somewhere along the line. Won't be too much of a problem. Worst case scenario, we have to get a shredder. So we're going to load these up, get them up to the where am I taking them to? Up to the barn, to the storage barn, bale storage barn, and we will put them in there. Oops, that's not so good. While we're doing this, I always reminded there's a couple of good videos on YouTube of this bale loading machine actually working in real life. It's quite impressive, really. How many bales are we at now? 10. Oh, it looks like we've worked it out just perfectly. I wanted to get a trailer load, and I thought we were around about, well, it was a guesstimate. And that's why you can see that I'm not worrying too much about how straight I cut or about the corners going around. It's all about getting it done as quickly as possible. Having the... Oh, is there still a bale down there that we've missed? I don't think so. Well, we've got 14, we've got a full load in any event, so if there is one there, I just thought I caught a glimpse of something white down there. So let's get this back into the transport position, and we'll head up and put this into the barn. And then we'll, to close off this short little update episode, we will just go and check the barn, see if there's anything, well, the animal dealer, should I say, see if there's anything that we can buy, anything looking good, especially milking stock. We need to get our milk production up quite quickly. I mean, at the moment we've got good potential, but we're not doing anything at the moment in terms of milk production. And I'm not sure, it's one of those other things I'm trying to find out, is how long after the cows become pregnant do we have to wait until the calves are born, which is a normal situation. So we've got quite a few months still to cover. So where are we now? We need to unload the bales here. Always got to be careful not to go too close to the That's perfect. So we just got to wait for the silage to go. So we got 14, and we've got 1 square bale of grass, which was not quite a full bale, which was what was left in the baler after I did cut the grass for the silage. Right, let's go and just park this up, and then we'll go and check on the stock. Yeah, so with regard to the separating any overweight dairy cows out, so we'll have to find money again to build another barn to put them in. We could possibly use the winter barn in the summer months to adjust their weight, well to put any overweight onto a diet, so to speak. And we could even use the bullpen in the summer months. So it's just the winter months that we have a bit of a problem with. So we'll play that by ear. We won't rush to build that building right now, should I say. As I say, we have to watch our pennies a little bit. We don't have any loans, and we've got quite a bit of collateral, so we will be able to take bank loans out to do any work that we need to do, and also to perhaps manage our cash flow. But yeah, those are things that we will have to work through. Any bank loans will have to be paid in before we can say that we have been successful. Let's put it this way. What am I trying? I'm just trying to jump over there. Who's this? This is Venus, and pregnant, yes. And when is the baby due? Those are one of that's the one that was pregnant this morning, isn't it? So reproduction is at 10%. So you still get that information. So let's have a look and see what we've got in here. Brown Swiss. Alright, so as soon as we see yellow we can discount. Unless of course it's already lactating. It doesn't tell us, does it? Does it tell us if... Oh no, it's too young in any event. So that was a stupid thing to do. Oh dear. Actually, we were looking at the wrong one, so that's why. 45 months. So that's our own, only our own animals show up on the, obviously because we're going to be selling them. I'm not having a great time this morning. I am recording this in the morning. Okay. So yeah, we're not going to be looking too much at that one. It's also out of, and also not looking good. Extremely low. Yeah, so there's nothing in the brown Swisses, the Holsteins. Spoiled Sweetie. Now I think these are still the same that we saw this morning. It would be nice to be able to buy stock that is already in calf. That would be pretty good. so nothing there. Nothing there. Let's just go and see. And how we're doing feed-wise. Food. Straw we do have in there. Slurry. And do we have manure? Manure, yeah. Yeah, I did say in the one that may stop producing, so that's a bit of a worry until that comes on back, because a lot of our income was going to be derived from our biogas operation, from our slurry and manure. It might mean that we need to buy in slurry and manure. Hopefully we can make some profit on it. I don't know. We'll have a look. Let's go and have a look and see if we can buy anything here. Now, does that have different... No, it's still got the same, thank goodness. I was going to say that would be we wanted to have a look, see if there's anything with good metabolism here. So we wanted to have a look at our... So the thing is, it still says milk production very high. So I'm not sure. Well, we'll see. You know, these pens you can get milk from. We may still be getting milk from our dairy, from our beef herd. But metabolism is what I'm looking for, because I want to get them to up to their weights as quickly as possible. So this is actually a very good Angus. 5 years old. Be interesting to do a bit of an experiment to see. But it'll be pointless buying in at that weight. You've got to buy in quite young, so I think I might look at a couple of Angus in there as well. This one looks pretty good. Metabolism very high. Metabolism low. Very high. Still quite young, but it's only 1 month off maturing. Looks like we should be able to double our profit on that. We'll double our income. So let's buy that. So buy selected. I didn't tick it, did we? Oh, let's have a look before we do that. So we're going to select that one. I want to see what happens with our fee if it doubles up every time. So Angus bulls we're not going to buy. Oh, we can still look at them. We'll just have to metabolism very high. Fertility very high. I'm going to buy the Angus bull as well. I'm going to put him in there. Good breeding stock, that. The young one, metabolism very high. 591. 591, should we buy that? Yeah, I think so. Metabolism is high, so we can feed it up and sell it. So, and this one here, metabolism high. So for now, I think we're going to go for just a very high. So it does look like these come up quite nicely in, oh no, I was going to say come up quite nicely in order, but then right at the bottom we get this extremely good one. This looks like it could be, it's just been born. We're going to buy that. That's going to be our, that looks like it could be our eventual breeder. We're going to have to name it accordingly. Limousin cows. Oh, there's lots of good stock in here today. Metabolism very high. Yep. Nope, that's not going to make the grade. Nope. And the bull. Nope. Right. So did we select? We didn't select it. Buy the selected. 80 animals. See what happens. Buy. And we'll go and have a look. So we now have another. Do we have our baby bull? That is, yeah, it is there. Right, so that looks like a bit of a buying spree, so to speak. We'll have to come and have a look and see what's, well, we need to take some bulls out here. Let's just get our stick. And let's have a look and see which ones do we need to keep in there. So it's the bulls that we're looking at. Why did we buy that one? That one needs to be moved. Oh, what's going on here now? Maybe that's not in the trigger area. Move selected. Didn't select it again. That one is 13 months old, so it can breed. That one is 10 months old. Okay, so it's the top two that need to go. Move selected. There we go. Move to trailer. Okay. the Holstein bulls. That one is 13 months. And that one is 13 months, so they're both 13 months. It's a question of which one is better. So that is the one that looks like we've bought by mistake. But yeah, let's see if we can do anything with it, if it's going to change by decent feeding. Right, so it looks like everything. Let's pick those up and move them over here. And if we select those, it's not Cyril, is it? Move to husbandry. Right, here we go. So there should only be 2 bulls in here now. So we've got 7 in there. We've got why do we have a brown Swiss bull in here and a Holstein bull? And I think that's where we're going to end this episode. So we've got quite a few more animals. We've got the start of our silage production. We have a little bit of a worry with manure and slurry that we're intended to supply this, so we might have to buy those in to get that going until the mod updates on that. And that's part of the fun, is that the things are ever changing, you know, so we'll just keep on with it. I'm loving it, to be honest. I'm loving the challenge. I'm loving trying to work everything out. In any case, we'll see what happens with the slurry and the manure as we go along. So thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed this little daily update, and we'll be into November next time when we're going to move a lot of the stock that are outside into the pens. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Cheerio.